The impact on the environment of producing food and then wasting it is just massive.
Did you know that the forest provides 80% of the world's terrestrial biodiversity? So that means almost 8 out of 10 species that you see on land, they are dependent on the forest. In addition, it mitigates climate change by being the second largest carbon sink in the world after the ocean. WWF works with the corporate sector because if you're part of the problem, you're also part of the solution. The Sustainable Development Goals is key for us to not do business as usual. Here in Norway, we have engaged with Elopak, talking about their long-term strategy, making sure that it benefits both people and the planet.
Elopak is a food packaging company. We produce around 15 billion cartons a year. We do that within the dairy sector, within the juice sector, and a number of other liquid food areas. Our job is to ensure that food waste is minimized. Our mission is to do that based on sustainable materials, renewable materials, while at the same time with the minimal footprint that we can have.
Every company that uses forest in their production has to make sure it is produced sustainable. One step to do that and making sure that that happens is using certification schemes. Like Forest Stewardship Council, which is an international certification system making sure that the practice behind forestry is done correct.
In Elopak we focus on circular economy, which is really using products and keeping products and raw materials in the loop as long as possible.
These are the punch holes from the cartons. They are recycled. And these are the cores that we reuse. We clean them for glue and board, and then we can use them one more time at the converter instead of buying new ones. And that's good for the environment.
Waste is a challenge in the packaging industry, and we need to bring it down. And this will be achieved with working with our employees.
So we have done a lot of different projects to reduce the waste in general.
We try to empower the employees to be a problem solver, always working to improve their processes and their process steps. Having morning meetings with the different people working on the different shifts, so where they discuss waste, safety, quality, and to see how did we improve to actually become even better.
Yeah, I think it's been also an eye-opener for a lot of us, because sometimes we think that everything's correct, but when you dig deeper, you find out maybe there's an easier way to do it.
Only yesterday, one of the employees found out that by doing a quality check slightly different, 285,000 blanks could be saved each year.
But it has made working here easier due to all these projects.
In Elopak we've been working to increase the use of renewable raw materials, so besides the paperboard we also want to expand to also the plastic coming from a renewable raw material. The source of the renewable plastic that we're using comes from a forest residue, which is called tall oil, which is basically the oil fraction from the pine trees. And this can be refined into a kind of a naphtha base, which is similar to a fossil base. So here you can replace the fossil naphtha with the renewable naphtha in the process and produce a renewable plastic. In essence, what we're doing is that we're taking the residue from the paper production and using that to make the plastic for the closures.
What we expect from companies is be in the front seat. In the long term, it will both benefit the company, the people and the planet. And it means setting ambitious goals to making sure that the company as a whole have less environmental footprint going forward.
The main purpose of packaging is really to protect food. Our responsibility is really to ensure that food is packaged safely and with minimal waste. That's what we're here for. That's the main purpose of packaging, and that's what we as Elopak are committed to doing.